Let's talk about one of these big coaching debates in shooting. Whether you should stay with your eyes fixed on your target throughout your shot, or if it's okay to look up at the basketball when the ball's in the air. Now, like just about every hot debate, there's the extremes on either side, and the reality is probably somewhere in the middle. I need you to understand what happens, and then we can learn to adjust our habits based on that. Let's focus on one end of the spectrum right now. If I lock in on my target and I shoot a shot and I stay focused on my target throughout that shooting motion, what bad things could possibly happen? Maybe I look a little bit early and I look when the ball's at its apex, but the ball's out of my hand. Does it really matter? Not a big deal. That's the worst case scenario. If I teach you instead to look up at the ball at its apex, because we see some shooters doing that on occasion, then what might happen is you get in the habit of looking up at the ball and you start to look up at the ball before it's even out of your hand. Now we're getting into a rough situation. That habit isn't going to help you. So while you may not need to focus on the target when the ball's already long out of your hand, it doesn't do anything bad to think about building that habit. If we are thinking about looking up at the ball, you may accidentally start to look earlier and earlier and earlier, and now you're pulling your gaze, you're pulling your targeting system away from the target as you're releasing the ball. So be careful that we don't drift to that extreme. It's not one extreme or the other, it's not black or white. The answer is usually somewhere in the middle.